What's up guys, RC Syndicate here, back with another video, and today we're going to be going back over the element Gatekeeper. So for those with a keen eye, you can see that we actually have some newish tires. So these are relatively new tires. I only ran them about a few times on my other rig, but these are the G8 compound Hyraxes, Proline Hyraxes. Great set of tires. If you guys haven't seen the first run video that I had made when I got this rig, I'll throw it up here so you guys can check it out. One of the big things I talked about was the fact that the tires that were on this rig when I got it were just not good. Matter of fact, extra bad. Hyraxes are a solid tire from Proline. If you haven't ran them, these tires will take any rig, and I bet you will add just so much improvement. Definitely try them out. So we threw them on there and took it out for a test ride. And typically when we make these videos, I kind of show you guys this, we go run it, and then something happens. Well, let me show you what we have already. Yeah, that's not supposed to do that. That's what happened when we took this rig out and ran it. Freaking sucks. Of course, already have them in place. See, I'm new to the elements. I didn't realize that there's actually like different colored plastics. So evidently like the black is just softer compound, maybe like with the release, and these gray ones I believe are just the harder compound. Regardless, you'll see on the running video how this happened. So again, a little bit backwards because you get to see how the ending in the video, but hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you actually see these Hyraxes do some work, because they do up until this point. So again guys, hope you enjoy the video. We'll do this a little bit backwards. If you're new to the channel and you watch this video, hey, consider hitting that like button. If you enjoy what you see, hit that subscribe button. Definitely drop a comment below. If you're a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, guys, I always appreciate your support. We're definitely growing this channel little by little, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. So without further ado, let's get this video going so you can see how we did this. Till the next one, y'all keep it safe. Alright guys, so without further ado, you can see that we have the truck running the Hyraxes on here, and I gotta tell you, a night and day difference. This rig's performing so much better with these tires, and you can see here just eating them up. You just can't deny that 4.75 OD, the outer diameter is just really what's doing it. Getting that extra ground clearance. They are a little bit wider also, just getting them nice and planted, and you can definitely see where that's what this rig needed. It needed that strong base, and those Proline Hyraxes are just doing work. Look at that. Just made it up there without any problems whatsoever. Now, one thing I've learned with this particular rig, this is my first Gatekeeper, first element, is that the trailing arms, and then also with the rear sway bar, it's limiting the articulation quite a bit. But I find that even with the limited articulation, it's still articulating relatively well. I do appreciate the trailing arms, and I do appreciate the sway bar because it keeps the rear end basically just keep pushing forward while that front end navigates. And I think that might be a problem that we've inadvertently caused with this truck, is now that I have the front end really carrying more of that load with that extra wheel and tire. I know that works that way in real life, but carrying that extra load, I do believe that having that broken C or that broken steering knuckle was just a reaction of carrying that extra load with the bigger wheels and tires on here. So or bigger tires rather. The wheels are still 1.9s, so that's how it works, right? You fix one problem and create another one. And you'll see here, you see that the rear end, it stays planted and drawing it forward. That front bumper is pretty gnarly out there, but it takes a little bit of driving and she gets it done. The steering range on this thing is gnarly. I mean, lock to lock, it's pretty darn sharp, which doesn't help in regards to saving parts, but hey, it is what it is. It's a great trail rig, just having fun. And you can see them Hyraxes are just eating. Just a little bit of bump is all she took. And really, it's the wheelbase that's not very good with this thing right now. Now, this line I ran before. I don't know if it's because of how spicy this motor is. This is a 16 turn Holmes Hobby motor. I think it needs to be dropped down or up, if you will, to maybe a 20 turn, or maybe even look to a whole different setup. But as it sits right now, 16 turn, and I think it's just a little bit too spicy with it. I definitely need something a lot slower. But you can see all I'm trying to do is come to the right and pivot around these rocks. But with the trailing arm system and then also with the sway bar, it doesn't want to let it kind of walk around. So I'm having to be a little bit aggressive with it. But also, that's just the nature of the vehicle in this current setup. And you can see here that front left tire is not going to like it. And she's going to say no. I said yes, and she said no. You can still see here, I'm trying to bump it, do the best I can, and yep, there she goes. You should let it go right there, and this is where she pulled out. Oh man, a little bit of crunchy bits. Yep, I'd say she's broke. Time to take her back inside. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. We'll get this thing fixed and back on the trail. Hey, things happen. We'll just keep wrenching on it and get it right back in due time.